Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. I want to take a second and help you save on produce. Guys, big thing here. It's not in the grocery store. Yes, we're going to find sales and occasional BOGOs, but you're not going to find enough to even make a salad with grocery store sales. If you truly want to save on produce, you need to look for a produce co-op or a CSA farm in your area. Why? Because bulk and buying in bulk helps you to save money. Now, everything in front of me, this is from our co-op today, and we do co-op twice a month. So this is a ton of produce, and you may look at this and be like, there's no way we can eat this. This is pretty much all the produce that we'll have for the next 2 weeks. I'll occasionally buy some more fruit in the stores, bananas, we go cheap. With lots of children, fruit makes people happy. But this is pretty much all of our veggies and some fruit that we get anywhere because I cannot handle grocery store prices. So let me tell you how this works. 2 times a month, we go to Produce Co-op. Our co-op is a community co-op, meaning there's really not anyone making a profit here. We're all coming together. We're buying produce in bulk by pooling our money, and then we're splitting that bulk amongst all of us that are part of it. So when you look at this, you're not looking at 10 5-pound bags of potatoes because that's how they're sold in a huge 50-pound bag. I don't want 50 pounds of potatoes. What you're looking at is everybody went home with 1 bag of potatoes, 1 bag of onions, technically 1 cabbage. Now there were some extras, so I grabbed a second cabbage. But it's manageable where if you went to a farmer's market and you wanted to get the best price, you need to buy in that 50-pound bag. And most of us can't handle that. So that's why you look for a co-op. And finding that, we're then buying in bulk, but we're splitting it up amongst all the co-op members. Now, to help you find a co-op in your area, the best places to look, obviously Google, that's a go-to, but check with your local extension office. No matter what state you live in, it may have a different name, but every county has a county agent that works directly with the farmers. And they know if there are any co-ops in your area or CSA farms. That stands for Community Supported Agriculture. It's a farm that you can basically purchase directly from, and you get a share of what is fresh that week at the farm. They all work about the same. For us, price-wise, we pay $25 a week for the weeks that we're at co-op. If we can't be there that week, we just don't pay. It's that simple. But $25 for everything that you see here. Now, I got out the scale earlier. I weighed it all. This is right at 33 pounds of produce. That comes out to 75 cents a pound. Now, for some items, that might seem a little high, but across the board, could you get all of these items in the grocery store for 75? No. The grocery store can't touch this price. I actually did that too. I went ahead knowing all the prices because my brain is already typing them up every week, and I did the math for each item based on the sale price in the grocery store because it wouldn't be fair to compare it to the full price. Based on the sale price in the grocery store, best prices that you could get at good sales, all of this would cost you $51.09. Yes, we're going to be that precise. $51.09 for everything here on sale. And we pay 25 bucks, guys. So I want you to see how huge that is. That's a 50% savings. Now, I've heard every excuse in the book as to why you wouldn't do this. So the biggest one that I hear is, we don't eat everything that's there. I don't really love everything that's here either. We'll eat almost everything. I'm not a huge mushroom fan. But what I will tell you is just a couple weeks into co-op, you get really creative. You start to cook dishes that maybe you've never tried. You start to love dishes that you've never tried. But you also kind of put on your Susie Q homemaker hat and you start to reuse items. So most of the times when we get mushrooms, I'll go ahead and wash those, chop them up, and turn them into our own cream of mushroom soup. It takes just a second. Google it. Pioneer Woman has a great recipe. There's all sorts of ways that you can use these items, but you can also freeze them. So if you're worried there's no way that I can use this in time, look up how to store them. You can can them, you can freeze them, you could dehydrate them, whatever you've got on hand to store produce that you got at a crazy good price for those weeks that maybe we've run out or we missed co-op this week. We still have produce at a great price and never have to pay grocery store prices for it. One other resource that I want to leave you with If you head to so.svrs.me/market, that will bring up a daily report that the USDA puts out every morning tracking the federal market in Columbia, South Carolina. You may not live near Columbia, South Carolina. There are 19 other federal markets in the country, but the reports are pretty much all the same. What that report is telling you, what is in season, what is currently at the federal market, and the going price for the bulk size of that product. This is huge information. If you wanted to start your own co-op, that tells you how much things are going to cost. You just need 5 to 10 friends. 10 would be ideal. Obviously, the more money you have, the bigger you can purchase, the more your money is going to go. But it's giving you those prices before you head to that farmer's market. I don't want to deal with the little guy who's going to take my tomatoes and put them in a basket and charge me for this tiny basket. I want the box of tomatoes. Going price for a box of tomatoes, $16 for 25 pounds of tomatoes. This report's also going to show you what the grocery store paid. This is where they buy their produce from. And the huge thing for you to realize is the markup. We're talking almost 3 times the price that you pay in the grocery store. They paid 3 times less. This is crazy. Green bell peppers, $16 for a case of them. 99 peppers in one case, guys. So when you pay 99 cents a pepper, don't do it. So this is why you need to join a co-op or find a CSA farm or shop a farmer's market in bulk. I promise it will save money. One last excuse, it's the one that gets people's pants on fire just a little bit, and that's Aldi. I know that you guys love Aldi, and when it comes to produce, yes, Aldi has great prices. Aldi does not hit these prices. I promise you. The other thing to consider, everything here did not have to sit in a warehouse. It was picked at the farm, it was sold at the farmer's market. It's now going to sit in my house versus sitting in a warehouse waiting to be distributed to all of the local stores. So this is going to last you so much longer than grocery or produce and groceries that you're buying from the grocery store that did have to go through that whole logistics chain before it was sold to you. That's actually why the markup is there. They may pay $16 for that box of peppers, but they realize by the time it gets to you and by the time it's purchased that they have to mathematically factor in a loss of almost 40% on produce that's going to go bad and never be sold. You have to pay for that loss. Now we don't. So hopefully this encourages you to at least look for a co-op in your area. I can guarantee you in most large cities, you're going to find something, and if you can't, start one. It's very easy. Get a group of people together, pool your money, and start to see what you can grab at a discount in bulk at a local farmer's market.